This is Math 112, Section 2.6, and more continuity. For this lesson, for this section, we'll be doing problems 13, problems 24, and 25. So let's start. For number 13, and for all of these, the only issue we have to worry about is when the function is going to be discontinuous. And the only discontinuity problem we're going to have is when this is going to be divisible, when this is going to be dividing by 0. So basically the denominator can't equal 0. So let's start off with the logic here. That means this cannot equal undefined, which means that x minus 2 cannot equal 0, or that x cannot equal negative 2. And that's the only discontinuity. So that means that the function then is continuous at the interval from negative infinity all the way to negative 2, and from negative 2 all the way to positive infinity. Let's continue on. 24. There are two issues we're going to have. The first issue is the square root sign on the top. This cannot be less than 0. But as you see, that's no problem. So we just write no problem and a smiley face at the edge. And the second part is that this fraction right here sine squared x cannot be undefined, which means we only have to worry about 1 plus sine squared of x not equaling 0, or at sine squared x does not equal negative 1. Well, there's not going to be a problem, because squaring sine will make sure that this is never negative 1. It will never actually be less than 0. So it's continuous from negative infinity to positive infinity. Now the last part, 25. 25 only has one issue, and that is that 2x plus 3 cannot be less than 0. Okay? Oh, sorry, cannot be undefined, yeah. So if we go back to this, it's really that. Oof, my eraser's too big. It's really that x to the 4 plus 1 cannot be less than 0. And here, 2x plus 3 cannot be less than 0. This means then that 2x cannot be less than negative 3, or x cannot be less than negative 3 all over 2. That means the function is continuous from exactly to point negative 3 over 2, because when it's exactly negative 3 over 2, you'll get 0, which is fine for the square root function, and all the way to positive infinity.